Coming up in the news, history made at the Grand Bahamas Health Services over the weekend. A Grand Bahamas company winning a prestigious international competition. And bus drivers say it is time for an increase in fares. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening all, I'm Jamila Mizik. Thank you so much for tuning in. Medical history made at the Ram Memorial Hospital over the weekend as a major brain surgery was carried out at that facility on Saturday. The surgery, the first of its kind to take place on Grand Bahamas, was a joint effort between the medical staff of the Princess Margaret Hospital and the Ram Memorial Hospital. The 3-hour-long neurosurgery performed at the Ram Memorial Hospital was the first of its kind here in Grand Bahamas. Medical Chief of Staff at Grand Bahamas Health Services, Dr. Freeman Lockhart, says this effort has been in the making for some time and was made possible through a partnership with a medical team at the Princess Margaret Hospital. Dr. Lockhart hopes this partnership sets the stage for more procedures of this nature in the future.
We have always had challenges trying to get patients into our sister hospital, the Princess Margaret Hospital. Patients of this nature, the nature that Dr. Magnus was brought down for. And the main reason has been the limitations or the limited availability of ICU beds. And that has been a major challenge. And one thing the pandemic has kind of brought to the forefront is that one way to get around this is to, since we have ICU beds available here in Grand Bahamas, but we don't have the technical skills, one way to get around this is to bring the technical skills to Grand Bahamas.
Chief Neurosurgeon Professor Dr. Magnus Akadede says he is pleased to be able to perform the life-changing procedure on Grand Bahamas because for the past 25 years, patients from Grand Bahamas have had to travel to New Providence for such procedures. He says fortunately, he and his team were able to bring over the instruments needed to successfully perform the major brain tumor surgery at the Ram Memorial Hospital.
One thing I'm going to do, this is like a fact-finding mission, is after the surgery, I'm going to write a couple of things they're going to need to put here for the future cases. And I spoke to the family, Mr. O'Brien's son, and he's very grateful that we have not abandoned the mother. You know, that broke my heart. And, you know, she has this very severe problem. I think it's a cancer. And he knows it's not a hiding issue. But if we can do as much as we can to give additional quality life for her, it hasn't been easy. I know what I have to mobilize to bring the instrument here. And still we don't have like all the little thing we have, but I can get it done.
Dr. Magnus says this continued partnership is important for Grand Bahamas residents because there are patients who are unable to travel to New Providence because of age or income.
And over the years, a lot of cases have come from Grand Bahamas. I have statistics. Think about 26 years statistics. A lot of cases come from Grand Bahamas. And I believe that if we can have something like this, not all cases now, no separation of Siamese twins, or major aneurysm cases, but this is a major tumor case. If we can do it once in a while and get what we need, a little bit of more instrumentation, and bring it here, I definitely think it's possible.
Jamila Mizik, ZNS Network News. It was another historic achievement for Grand Bahamas this weekend as a local company captured top awards in an international competition. It was an initiative designed to incentivize change and help repair the planet over the next 10 years. The Royal Foundation of the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, uniting people to tackle some of today's biggest challenges, delivering impact on a range of issues that matter to them and society through its Earthshot Prize Award. There were 15 finalists from around the world in 5 categories. The winner in the Revive Our Ocean category was captured by Coralvita. Ramiko Knowles has more.
I'm moment of celebration for Coralvita after it was announced that they were selected as this year's Earthshot Prize Award winner in the Revive the Ocean category. The announcement was made during a live broadcast on BBC's global network based in the UK. Coralvita is a group of environmental entrepreneurs who share a deep passion for protecting coastal ecosystems and communities. They create high-tech coral farms that incorporate breakthrough methods to restore reefs in the most effective way possible. Founder and Chief Reef Officer Sam Teicher was speechless.
To be honest, I'm proud, I'm excited, I'm stunned, bumfuzzled, the whole, every feeling you could possibly think of. I mean, this is an idea that Gator and I had while we were in grad school. We moved down to Grand Bahama in 2018. We opened the farm the next year and had an amazing first few months of success, from growing corals to welcoming students and tourists from the community here to starting the business, and then Hurricane Dorian came through and we had 17 feet of water at our farm.
But the resilient group of men and women were not discouraged. They rebuilt their farm and continued their work, and it is paying off. As this year's winners, they will receive over $1.3 million in prize money to support environmental and conservation projects. Restoration specialist for the group, Alana Velicott, says it is a joy to work with such a wonderful team.
This is absolutely how did we get here? I mean, I knew how we got here, but this is insane. What just happened? But no, the feeling is euphoric, and I'm so excited for our team. We work really hard every day. All of us wear different hats, and we come from different parts of the world, different walks of life, but we're all united by this one passion for the ocean.
Now the prize aims to turn the current pessimism surrounding environmental issues into optimism by highlighting the ability of human ingenuity to bring about change and inspiring collective action. President Gator Halpern says the win represents so much more than Coralvita.
With all the people who got us to this point surrounding us, and those around the world that have supported us watching to come to this moment, it's incredible. I'm so proud of the team that works here every day to protect the reefs in the Bahamas, and it's more than just for the team at Coralvita. It's really recognition for the whole country of the Bahamas, and to show what we're able to create here as a community in the Bahamas.
5 1 million pound prizes will be awarded each year for the next 10 years, providing at least 50 solutions to the world's greatest environmental problems by 2030. Congratulations to Coralvita on the victory and much success on the journey ahead. From Miko Knowles, ZNS Network News.
British High Commissioner to the Bahamas, Her Excellency Sarah Dixon, congratulating Coralvita on winning the first Earthshot Prize event. The High Commissioner noting that the Bahamas and the UK have lots of historical links. She says winning such a global competition is an amazing accomplishment.
I'm visiting Grand Bahama. It's my first visit in a long time because of the restrictions for COVID, and I'm here for the Earthshot Prize. There's a Grand Bahamian organisation based in Freeport called Coralvita that is growing coral in an innovative way to help the reefs. So this is amazing. I mean, the fact that a Grand Bahamian organisation is in the final of this global competition with scientists from all over the world with their incredible project here in Freeport is just a terrific thing.
In other news, bus drivers say it's time for an increase in fares throughout the island. They contend that the cost of living continues to rise and they are unable to make ends meet on the current fare structure. Tonight, the president of the Bus Association is speaking out and is calling on the authorities to step in. The public transportation system on Grand Bahama continues to see a decline in the number of buses in operation. Among other issues, Chairman of the Bus Association on Grand Bahama, Bishop Leslie Woodside, says there hasn't been an increase in bus fares in many years.
To go to McLeanstown, it's $10, and McLeanstown from here is about 60 plus miles from Center Freeport. To go to 8 Mile Rock, to West End, it's $5. And West End is about 30-something miles from here, Center Freeport. And the present fare is $1.25. that's been like that for years.
The leader of the public busing system says the cost of living has increased tremendously, and that is why they are looking forward to a hike in bus fares.
The cost of fuel to operate these buses are expensive. And so we are hoping that the new Minister of Transport, who came from good stock, from good parents, and compassionate people, would have a look at this for us and have mercy on the buses here in the Bahamas in particular. Here in Nassau and here in Freeport. We have been suffering for quite some time.
Bishop Woodside says he believes passengers understand the level of hardship that bus drivers are facing and will not have any issue with an increase in fares.
The community are helping us. As a matter of fact, they are complaining as well that the bus fare is so little, to the extent that if their bus fare is $1.25, they give $2 and don't ask for any change, because they understand the plight of the bus drivers. I'm sure that the wider community who utilizes the bus services will support us in an increase in bus fare at this time because of the situation that we're in. I know that we are in COVID season, but despite that, the bus drivers are suffering. They need an increase in bus fare so that they can make a living for themselves and operate their equipment.
However, he's thanking the bus drivers on the island for their service.
I'd like to, thank the bus drivers here in Grand Bahama for their patience and ask them to continue to do service to the community as best they can, because we are living in some desperate times, and I know they're looking for an increase as well.
4 new COVID-19 related deaths on the daily dashboard, pushing the country's total to 626 deaths, with 59 deaths under investigation. According to yesterday's dashboard, only 24 new cases were confirmed, with New Providence recording 13 of them, 9 in Crooked Island and 1 each in Inagua and the Berry Islands. The breakdown for the newly confirmed cases is 15 females and 9 males. There are 113 persons hospitalized, 101 are moderately ill, and 12 in the intensive care unit. The country has 1,196 active cases and a total of 19,974 recovered cases. Update on this week's vaccination schedule. Tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday, Pfizer's second doses and the Johnson & Johnson vaccines will be administered at the Susan J. Wallace Centers from 8:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. And on Friday, the second dose of AstraZeneca and Johnson & Johnson will be administered between 8:30 a.m. and 3 p.m. To make an appointment, you can go to vax.gov.bs. Now to the COVID-19 weekly vaccination tracker. 244,303 vaccine doses have been administered so far. 129,687 people have received 1 dose of the vaccine. 119,172 people are now fully vaccinated. Here on Grand Bahama, 33,167 people are vaccinated, 15,844 are fully vaccinated. In Abaco, 7,250 people are vaccinated, 3,574 are fully vaccinated. In Bimini, 1,500 people have received the vaccine. Of that number, 679 are fully vaccinated. Now, in order to get the jab, you should make an appointment online at vax.gov.bs. In news from the crime beat, police arresting 1 male and 1 female on Bimini for possession of dangerous drugs with the intent to supply. According to reports on Saturday, October 16, 2021, shortly before 8 a.m., a team of officers from the Drug Enforcement Unit, acting on information and armed with a search warrant, executed a search on a 2-story yellow building situated in Baileytown, Bimini. Officers, while searching, discovered in an upstairs bedroom closet a quantity of suspected marijuana. Additionally, a quantity of hash oil was also discovered in the kitchen area. As a result, an adult male and female of the residents were arrested, and $132 seized as the proceeds of crime. Investigations are being continued. Stay with us, there's more news right after this break.